Hello. I know I'm a couple days late. I was gonna do this Sunday night, but then I was like, ooh, if I wait till Monday, I can play a little Trenched, stream a little Trenched, and then that can get incorporated into this list. I keep calling it Trenched. It's Iron Brigade. Doesn't matter. Same thing. So now to get into it. So I finished most of my games from the previous episode. So this week it's all pretty much new except for one repeat. So the first game I'm going to talk about. Oh, also I have a fan now. So if you see my hair flowing, it's because I bought this little fan for these because like it's just so hot and humid. So I'm hoping my mic is far enough away and the fan will just kind of exist there and just give me a little bit of wind and air so I can breathe better while I do these videos. So the first game I want to talk about is a Wii game, Pirates Hunt for Blackbeard's Booty. Now, a problem I have with this game is I'm just going to read from the back here. Designed and developed for Wii, first for Wii, swashbuckling sword action, squid ball fun for everyone. Arg, grow faster, matey. Customize your pirate includes battle pirates ships. So battle pirates, comma ships, comma sea serpents, and more as you hunt down for booty. Collect gold coins and assorted treasures along the way. 1 to 4 player pirate action. Customize your pirate. So I'm going to see. Yeah, like that's what it says. You know what it doesn't say on here? That it's a shitty mini game collection. And nowhere does it say that it's a mini game collection. So I went into this being like, I wonder what this is. What is this? And then I find out that like the game's just like, hey, we've been like one of the pirate captains like, hey guys, we have been on the sea for a long time and we have treasure. What if we played some games and competed in for the treasure? It's like no, this and it's one of the worst mini game collections I'm going to end up playing because like I'm struggling with the controls. It's bad. It is bafflingly bad. I am so disappointed. I was hopeful for anything, and then it's a shitty mini game collection. It doesn't even say like normally they're like this game's got like 40 different mini game or mini 40 different games to play, and then I'm like, okay, it's a shitty mini game collection. This nowhere on it. It doesn't say pirate games anywhere. It I I'm disappointed. I am disappointed. The next game that I've been playing, I have played this before, and that is Darksiders on the PlayStation 3. So the first time I played this, it was Darksiders on the PlayStation 4. So it was, is it the Definitive Edition or is that? Oh no, it's the War Mastered Edition. The Definitive Edition is 2. So that I played the War Mastered I'm gonna be honest, I don't remember a ton from that game. I remember the core steps of the game. I remember it's basically like Zelda meets God of War, but I didn't remember specifics about the game. It's been a few years. So going into this, it's kind of like fresh-ish. But I do one thing I do remember about this game is I do remember liking it. So playing it again, yeah, it is Zelda. It's Zelda meets God of War. In the last play session I had, I went through a dungeon and I got I would call it the boomerang, but it's technically a crossblade, but it's a boomerang. Um I'm just trying to think. So it's Zelda in the fact that there are dungeons in the game. You go through the dungeons, you get an item, and then you have to kind of use that item to solve puzzles and get through the dungeon. It's God of War in just kind of like in the way you level up in a lot of ways. Like you collect souls and then you spend those souls at the market to then get upgrades. But then it's also got a little Bayonetta or Devil May Cry where you're buying like specific moves with your weapons as well. I would say that the health system, it reminds me like Metroid. It's kind of Metroid meets Zelda in the sense that you have a health bar, and then you have like skulls, and then as a skull, like as your health bar depletes, you lose a skull, so you'll have like 4 skulls, so you'll basically have like 4 health bars. And the way you get another skull is uh Zelda style. You either collect like 4 quarter skulls to then create 1 skull, or you like after you beat a boss, you get a full skull. So like yes, it's very Zelda and Metroid in that sense as well. So I do want to say it does remind me of Devil May Cry in the way like the overall individual encounters, it'll just kind of block off, it'll like do like a video game blocking off, where it's like this red barrier, like see-through barrier, but you can't pass it until you've defeated all the enemies. So it's just like an amalgamation of all the games, of all games, but it's like it's very well done. um I'm enjoying my time with Darksiders. I'm about 5 hours into it. The next game is the one game from the previous week, and that is FIFA Soccer 10. I went into this kind of like intrigued by. I'm like, okay, FIFA is the flagship EA game. I know Madden and FIFA a little bit more, but Madden's up there. So I was expecting high production values, and I'm just not seeing it. It's just like it feels kind of like slapdash and kind of like whatever put together. The music isn't great. The menus aren't great. It's not. I think in terms of all of the sports games that I have played on this generation, the one that has impressed me the most in just terms of production value and just like overall care and love, I'm really thinking it's the show, MLB The Show. So this is okay. I will say I'm a better soccer player than I am a baseball player, but I do think the baseball MLB The Show is an overall better game in terms of like the soccer. When I am playing, I created a pro. I picked myself as right wing. I was playing on amateur for a while, for probably like the first 12 or 13 games of my career. Just as I mean, like it took me like 3 or 4 games before I even scored a goal. But once I kind of like was consistently scoring hat tricks in the games, I bumped it up to the next difficulty. I'm having some games where I do score maybe 2 goals, but then I'll go like 2 or 3 games where like I don't score anything, and then I'll have one game where like the defense will completely shut me down. I don't even have a shot on net type of thing. So I'm still kind of adjusting and getting used to it. I'm thinking what I'm going to do is I'm going to play through an entire season and be a pro. I'll even do the playoffs if there's a playoffs. I don't know. Um, I am playing in the MLS, so I picked. You could pick your team, and I picked New York Red Bull, I think is the name. I picked New York because I'm New York based. So, yeah, FIFA. It's all right. It's soccer. And then the last game I'm playing, I drew it because it's in the fan, and it's trench. I put trench because it is like it's a trench, but it's Iron Brigade, and I drew the trench. So anyway, Iron Brigade is a Double Fine game, and it is unlike any other Double Fine game I've ever played. I'm sitting in the wrong chair. I just realized that I'm sitting in the one that squeaks. Anyway, so Iron Brigade, it's a game that it's interesting because it's unlike any other Double Fine game I'm gonna play this generation. I would say it is more about the gameplay and kind of getting experience and killing and just kind of surviving, setting up turrets, and it's less about the charm and like the story, which is usually where Double Fine games really shine. So it's a very different Double Fine game, and in terms of what it is, it's basically you're using turrets, you're defending. There is a little bit of offense. I would say it is like a tower defense game ish. Like I would, and it is definitely meant to be played as a co-op, like a 4 player co-op, and I could absolutely see where that would be crazy. I'm only playing the single player. The first time I played it, I did kind of struggle a little bit, but now I'm kind of getting my bearings a little bit more. I'm understanding the game more, and I'm enjoying it. So I'm I don't know how far into the game I am, if I'm halfway, if I'm only a quarter. I don't know. I'm just gonna keep playing it. I beat Africa, or I beat Europe. I'm making my way through Africa. I'm probably almost done with Africa, but we'll see. So yeah, that's kind of the four games I've been playing. So I did also I updated one more on the list, so we'll get into that in a second. So, oh, I forgot to switch over here. Hello. So the first game that I talked to, or the first game that I'm going to talk about in terms of the list is the Pirates Hunt for Blackbeard's Booty. Like I said, I didn't know it was a shitty minigame collection, and now I do, and I'm disappointed about that. But like, also, the controls don't work. It's bad. It's bad in every way. So I got to keep kind of making my way through that. But it's disappointing. The next one, FIFA Soccer 10, right here. I'm giving it a 6. It's an above average game. I'm gonna keep playing my way through it. I probably have put more than 3 hours into it than at this point, but like I said, my goal is to finish the season. I will feel like I've put enough time into it to properly rank it at that point. Now getting into, I'm just going to do Darksiders and Iron Brigade at the same time. I put them 15, 16. I gave them both 8. I'm not sure where they're going to end up, but this is right around where I'm feeling good about it. So I'm going to keep them right around here for now. But next week, I'll probably have a better update of where they're going to lie. And lastly, I had at 16 a game that I moved up to 7, and that is Geometry Wars. And that is because I really thought about it, and I was like, you know what? Geometry Wars is really good, and it deserves to be higher on this list. It is, in fact, better than good. It's better than pretty good. I would say it is great, and that is why it is now moved up to number 7, right below Diablo 3 and Elder Scrolls 5. So, that is my list for now. I now have 10 games that I would give a 9 out of 9, game of the generation a 9, or at least an 8.5. So this list is coming together. I'll switch back to this. Okay. Anyway, so got a little Julius Caesar in there. All right. So anyway, I want to thank you for watching, and I will catch you guys next time.